What if I told you that the weight of your mistakes, your doubts, and all the guilt you've carried could be lifted, not after years of effort, but in a single moment of realization? This isn't wishful thinking, it's a profound truth from the Bhagavad Gita, one of the most timeless and transformative texts ever written. Imagine a warrior, Arjuna, standing on a battlefield, paralyzed by fear and self-doubt, questioning the meaning of his life and the morality of his actions. His guide, Krishna, doesn't give him a lecture on strategy or morality. Instead, Krishna delivers a radical teaching that changes everything. Even if you were the most sinful of sinners, you could cross beyond all sin by the raft of spiritual wisdom. Gita 4.36. Now think about that for a moment. Arjuna's crisis is not so different from the ones we face today. The relentless pressure to get it right, the weight of our regrets, the endless striving to fix or redeem ourselves. And yet Krishna tells him there's another way, a way so powerful that it can dissolve not only the burden of past actions, but the very idea that you are bound by them. Today, we're diving deep into this conversation between Arjuna and Krishna to uncover what it means for you and me, here and now. Whether you've heard of the Bhagavad Gita or not, these teachings are about something universal, the struggle we all face to break free from the stories that hold us back. And the path to that freedom might be far simpler than you ever imagined. Let's begin. In the following verses of the text, Krishna continues, "As the heat of a fire reduces wood to ashes, the fire of knowledge burns to ashes all karma." Gita 4.37. To truly grasp this, we need to understand karma, not as a cosmic system of reward and punishment, but as the web of actions and their effects, rooted in egoic attachment. Karma, at its core, is not about morality. It's about the patterns created by our actions when we act from the illusion of separateness. Every thought, word, and deed leaves an impression, shaping the way we perceive and interact with the world. But here's the key. Karma only binds you if you believe you are the doer. It is the ego, the false sense of I that claims ownership of actions, that gets caught in this web. When you see through the illusion of the separate self, karma loses its hold. The fire of wisdom doesn't burn away actions themselves. It burns away the identification with the actor. This is why Krishna urges Arjuna to cut through the doubt in your own heart with the sword of spiritual wisdom. Gita 4.42. Doubt here doesn't mean hesitation or skepticism. It's the deeper doubt, the false belief that you are a limited being defined by your successes and failures, your virtues and flaws. This doubt arises from identifying with the ego, which constantly questions its worth and fears its impermanence. Spiritual wisdom cuts through this doubt by revealing your true nature, the self, the timeless awareness that is untouched by action, karma, or circumstance. When you recognize this, you don't become passive. Instead, you act with complete freedom. Actions arise not from the need to achieve or control, but from the natural flow of life itself. Krishna's teaching about the sthita prajna, the one of steady wisdom, deepens this understanding. Those established in the self have renounced selfish attachments to their actions. Gita 4.41. This renunciation doesn't mean abandoning action. It means letting go of the ego's grip on outcomes. When you stop acting to serve the ego, whether to gain something or avoid something, you free yourself from the cycle of karma. The sthita prajna is unshaken by the dualities of life, neither elated by pleasure nor disturbed by pain. This isn't indifference, it's equanimity. It's the freedom to fully experience life without being enslaved by its ups and downs. Equanimity, as described in the Gita, is about stepping off the mental roller coaster of labeling everything as good or bad and then reacting to those judgments. Nothing in this world purifies like spiritual wisdom, Krishna says. Gita 4.38. This wisdom doesn't numb you to life, it allows you to engage with it more fully. When you stop dividing life into opposites, you discover a deeper joy that isn't tied to external circumstances. A sunny day doesn't become better than a rainy one. Success doesn't inflate you, and failure doesn't diminish you. Instead, you live from the steady clarity of the self, which sees all things as part of the same infinite flow. Now, let's return to Krishna's invitation. Arise, take up the path of yoga. Gita 4.42. Yoga in this context isn't just physical postures or rituals. It's the union of the seeker and the sought, the dissolution of the boundary between I and the world. It's the recognition that your true nature is already whole, complete, and free. When you walk this path, you don't retreat from life. You engage with it from a place of wisdom, unshaken by doubt or fear. Actions arise naturally, guided by the clarity of your being, not the compulsions of the ego. And so Krishna's timeless wisdom invites us to step out of the illusion of separateness and into the freedom of the self. When you stop identifying with the mind's stories of guilt, karma, or control, you find the peace and joy that have always been here, waiting to be uncovered. This isn't a distant ideal or a reward for effort. It's the truth of what you already are. And when you realize this, life flows through you effortlessly, like a river returning to its source. So, dear listener, take up this invitation. Let the fire of wisdom burn away the doubts and fears that bind you. Live not as the doer, but as the awareness in which all doing unfolds. This is the path of freedom. This is the heart of the Gita.